Hey, what's up guys? It's Dane here to talk to you guys about the Marines. I'm going to try to make a couple videos giving you guys some tips and pointers on how to get in and things like that, but for right now, just letting you guys know about the enlistment process. So basically, if you're thinking about going into the Marine Corps, definitely research it a little bit first. Try to find out if it's right for you. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different services out there: Air Force, Navy, Army, Coast Guard, National Guard, all that kind of stuff. So definitely, you know, research it before you go in, or before you even think about going in. And you know, each service kind of has the same overall feeling, but like different, you know, a different emphasis. Like, for instance, I've heard Air Force has more to do with kind of like a behind-the-scenes job. I mean, sure, they have pilots and they have, you know, combat engineers and things like that, but you know, they you know, a lot of their stuff is, they do a lot of intel, they do a lot of you know, research, they do a lot of, you know, command and control kind of things. Whereas Army and the Marines are more combat focused. A lot of our jobs are combat, or a lot more of our jobs are combat focused compared to, say, the Air Force. So definitely research what you want to do. Yeah, usually if you have any questions, just get in contact with the recruiter. Just go to, I think it's like, I don't know, just look up the Marines on Google, and it'll tell you where to go. I mean, it'll take you to their website. I don't know what the actual website is, but there'll be a little thing, you know, like little button, I guess, that will say, you know, give me more information or find out more or something, and you'll be able to contact a recruiter, and it'll tell you where one is in your area. So that's probably your best bet of finding out more information about the Marines. If you get to the point where you go in and talk to a recruiter, you know, when I went in and talked to a recruiter, my parents were really scared because they thought I was going to go in and sign the contract that day. That's not how it works. A lot of people say recruiters are pushy, recruiters lie to you. They don't really. You know, sure, they have a recruiting number to meet at the end of the month, but they're pretty nice guys. They're pretty cool guys. I'm not gonna lie. They help you out a lot in trying to figure out what you want to do. So they give you a lot of information. They ask you why you want to be a Marine, so think about that before you go and then talk to them. And then they'll give you a lot of information about, you know, what kind of jobs there are, what boot camp, how long boot camp is, you know, what kind of training you'll be going through, stuff like that. So, you know, first couple meetings with him, or first meeting, you know, shouldn't be too big a deal. But if you do get to the point where you decide that you want to be a Marine, and you decide you want to enlist, and you want to go down to MEPS and everything, don't take that lightly. Don't go in there and say, well, yeah, I guess I kind of want to be a Marine. No, you got to go in there and sell it. You got to go in there and yell at the top of your lungs that you want to be a Marine, and that you're excited and wholeheartedly into it. So yeah, that's yeah. Just make sure, you know, your heart's in the right place with everything. And once you decide to enlist, you have to meet certain height and weight standards. For me, I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6'3", so my enlistment weight was 245, I believe, or 246, and my ship weight was 220. And they wanted me to get to my ship weight before I enlisted, so I got down to 220 or like 216 or something like that. But make sure your weight is exactly where it has to be, because if it's even a little bit over, they're not going to let you go in at all. So they're pretty strict about it down there. They're nice guys down at MEPS, MEPS, if you guys don't know, stands for Military Entrance Processing Station. So it's it's usually in big cities, or there's usually one per state, I think, unless it's like a big state like Texas. Then there's probably more. I live in Colorado, so there's only one here. I think it's in Denver. We have people come in from Wyoming, from South Denver, from Grand Junction, stuff like that. So yeah, just basically what you do is, if you decide to enlist, you'll go down there on, say, a Friday night. You go to the MEPS facility, and you'll take the ASVAB. Now the ASVAB it's just it's a normal, it's kind of like a standardized test. You go down there and take this test, and it'll test you on math and mechanical skills and logical skills and language skills and stuff like that, just like a basic aptitude test or something like that. And you go down there and take that on a Friday night, and then I guess it depends where you go. For me, I spent the night at a hotel that night, and it's great. They have a huge setup there full of, they have a bunch of people and, everyone else that you're going with, and they have a huge compound set just for the Marines, and you get to order room service, and you get to watch movies and play video games. It's pretty sweet. But, so you spend the night there, you get up at like 4:30 in the morning, eat some breakfast, and then you go to the MEPS facility. Then usually you'll spend all day there. You might not get out until 5 or 6 in the evening. When I went, I got out at like 4 in the afternoon, so it was a pretty long day. You go in there and you'll do all your physical stuff. They have, blood test. They take your blood, hearing test, color vision test, eye test. They'll test you for STDs. They'll do a urine test, and they actually, if you're guys, they stand, they stand and watch you take a piss, basically. So I don't know what they do for girls, but and then after you take all your tests, they make you do something called the Underwear Olympics, which is that's what I have. That's what me and my friends nicknamed it. It's basically, they make you do a bunch of different tests, like flexibility tests and stuff like that, while you're in your underwear, and you're just, you're just with a bunch of other guys, and you're just, jumping up and down and moving side to side. It's kind of weird, but it's whatever. After you get done with all the physical parts, you basically wait around. The physical part only takes like two hours, maybe like an hour. Then the rest of the day, it's just waiting, and it's people doing your paperwork and getting all your paperwork ready. So you'll wait there for a good couple hours, and you're going to be tired. Just make sure you don't fall asleep, because they'll get mad at you if you fall asleep. But yeah, they'll do all your paperwork, and if everything goes well, and they'll make you come into the liaison office, and you'll be there with not just people from the Marines, most likely. You'll be there with people that are going into the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and I don't know, maybe you'll get some Coast Guard people. When I was there, I've been there like 3 times, and I've never been around any Coast Guard people, so never seen anybody join the Coast Guard, but who knows? Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Anyway, yeah, so they'll make you do pull-ups, and in order to enlist, I think you have to do 2 pull-ups. They made me do 3 pull-ups, so if you can't do pull-ups, get on that as soon as possible. That's a big thing with the Marines, is pull-ups. Pull-ups, sit-ups, and running are the 3 big things. So make sure you get on those. And yeah, I think you have to do 3 to enlist. But once you enlist, you'll go through, watch a bunch of videos, and you'll take the oath with everybody else. Raise your right hand and all that stuff. And it's a pretty cool experience. You'll be tired the whole day, but once you actually sign the contract, and you got to to have background reports and put your fingerprints down and all that stuff, and they look you in the eye and make sure you're not lying about anything. But they'll walk you through everything. It's pretty easy once you get down there. But once you enlist, it'll be really fun. Just to know that you have taken the oath and you're ready to move on to the next step. So yeah, that's basically all there is for MEPS. And after that, you'll go into the delayed entry program, or you'll be DEP'd in. And yeah, basically what the delayed entry program is it's just a program where you work out basically with everyone else who's going to boot camp in the next year. And obviously people go to boot camp and more people come in, so it's never changing group, but you'll be there until you go to boot camp. So get used to getting to know the people there, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to meet new people, and it'll get you in shape too. So yeah, well, that's it for this video, guys. Have any questions, leave it in the comments, or send me an email or something like that. I'll figure it out once I post this up. But yeah, that's it for this time. And next time I'll talk to you more about physical fitness and boot camp. Alright, thanks guys. Peace.